Oh, hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Angeles Report. Excuse me while I'm sweating. It's the end of the day and it's summer here. Well, it's kind of always summer, but a little higher than usual, and the humidity is still running about 80-90% here. Anyways, so let's talk about money. For those of you who are not familiar with the Philippines, let's give you a really quick uh, demo and explanation of money and what it costs you for certain items day to day life. Okay, so let's start out with the coinage. That is the smallest denomination normally. That is 1 peso. There are centimo coins, but they're useless. And the only time you're going to ever see centimo coins is if you're a tourist and you go to a department store, they're going to just hand you these spare centimos that they couldn't give to any local because they know better. Anyways, so let's move on. So you have 5 peso coins, and believe it or not, these are the same as these. She'll hang up to the camera here. Now, these are the old style, which were gold, and you could really tell them from the 1 peso coins. These are the new ones they've been printing out for the last several years. And as you can see, they're silver and they look really close to this. So if I go like this, can you tell which one is which very quickly? And by the way, really hard, not even the edges are that way. No, that's why Filipinos were really mad, and so was I when they came out with these new silver 5 peso coins. But I saw that they've modified them. They've edged these things. They're really obvious, but they're so brand new. None of them are in circulation. I'm still lucky. I can still find a lot of these. So I try to spend these and save these, especially when I'm trying to fish for something out of my pocket. These are a lot easier to figure out if they're ones or fives. Now, there are also 10 peso coins, and they're in at least two versions. And you'll also see a 20 peso coin. Those are relatively new, also. They are starting to print those because, well, they want to get rid of this, the 20 peso note. But that's probably going to take a while. Everyone likes the 20s. So do I. Now, so that's what you have for coinage. So the 20 peso is actually the smallest denomination you can get. Uh, I would figure you would want to get a 10, but those don't exist. The most popular are the 20, the 100, and the 1000. That's the brand new one, by the way. Anyways, now, in addition to the ones I just showed you, uh, there's also a 50, a 200 peso note, and a 500 peso note. The 1,000 peso note is the largest bill that's available, and that was made about 5 years ago. They used to have higher denomination bills, but they had ceased printing them in an effort to stamp out black marketing and drugs and all that other really not so good stuff. So I'll tell you what, if you're going to make a huge purchase in cash. Like, in America, you can get $100 bill. Okay, you know how many of those you need of these bills? You need to make $100 American, 50. So yeah. By the way, personal checks are a really good idea here. Anyway, onwards about these bills. Now I will tell you, there have been a few fake hundreds, but the thousand is the one that gets counterfeited here in the Philippines. Now, this is the new bill. Let me show it to you so you can see what the difference is. If you'll see where my hand is, you'll see the thousand is in a special floating ink. There is a hologram here, and you can see the stripe. And if I held it up to the light, there's another one buried in here. Also, this bill has another hard to print feature here. This bill is a lot better than the old one. The old one didn't have these features. Still had the safety strip, but they had some really good fakes, and they still turn up once in a while. But my suggestion is, if you're coming to the Philippines, especially if you're going to a bank, try to get these kind of bills because they are the most reliable. Also, if you get them from a bank, you're much more likely not to get a fake bill. I'm not saying it's a big problem here, but you know these bills do pop up regularly, as in more often than say the British pound or the American dollar or the Aussie dollars. So if you're getting your money from a money changer, yeah, I would take a minute, just make sure that everything is right. Also, another thing, um, some of the money changers don't want to accept anything except these brand new bills. Uh, especially if you're saying the American hundreds, make sure they're the brand new ones. They're the ones with Benjamin Franklin with the gold inkwell on the side. Those are the new ones. Try to get those if you're bringing over currency over here. The so that's pretty much what the currencies are. So let me tell you what this really buys you. Okay, the jeepneys here in Angeles are usually base fare right now, and it always goes up a little bit each year, but right now it's 10 pesos for a basic ride. If you're going a little further, might be 12. If you're going, well, cross town, well, it could be 15 to 25. 25 if you're going provincial for sure. Trikes, use at your own risk. A lot of them are honest, but I will tell you, I mean, I would suggest you learn at least a few words of Tagalog, especially numbers and Hindi and and place names like highway or something, or the name of your subdivision, and that'll help you to not get cheated. Also, I hate to say, but Shizmo works to a certain extent here. If you come up, you got to figure that 1 to 2 kilometers is going to be somewhere between, say, 30 and 40 pesos, no matter where you are, pretty much. So if you go up to a tri-tire, don't go how much. Say, tell them 30 pesos or 40 pesos and see what they rely on. Now, I'll tell you honestly, if they say more than 50, you're probably getting cheated to a certain extent. Where you're getting fleeced and this happens around the tourist spots and the bus stations, is I've gone up and said, hey, I know the fare is 40. 250. Yeah, okay. Walk away. All right. Don't get in an argument. That's just not the Filipino way, okay? All right. Enough about trucks. Jeepneys are great. All right. For 10 to 20 pesos, you can get 1 to 3 or 4 kilometers. No transfers. You just hop off the jeepney, get the next jeepney, and you pay a new fare. But for all of you Westerners, this is really cheap. Okay, 10 pesos is worth about 20 cents US. Let's get to the 20. That is worth about 50 cents in America. Well, maybe even 25 cents. This is going to be, you're going to use this for trikes and jeepneys, at least for the short stuff. This is what you'll use mostly in the stores, is hundreds. Now, if you, or the vendors, and obviously, if it's a bigger purchase, you're going to need several of these. And I'll explain that in a moment. Also, really key. Yeah, keep some money down in your pocket. I always, you know, I just, lock my wallet with a belt loop to a belt loop with a hook. Because snatchers are common here in the Philippines. I won't say they're endemic like they used to be, but they can be pretty bad at times. I would honestly recommend, don't leave your credit cards, don't leave 1,000 peso notes, definitely don't leave your passport in your wallet. Use a neck pouch, or if you really feel comfortable, use a money belt. I like the pouches because I can literally just pull it out, look in, pull the money out, hand them the credit card or whatever, take it back, put it in my shirt. If a money belt, I got to mess with opening up my shirt and everything else. That's not so good, but it will work for you. Zippered pockets on pants are also good, but I will tell you, the snatchers know how to open those too. They're better than nothing, but still. But a zippered pocket, and for you ladies out there, yeah, keep your pocketbook zipped all the way. And if you're going around, keep the two straps over. Keep the purse in front of you. If you're on a jeepney or anyplace else, keep it right here. Okay. All the women in the Philippines do that. All the Filipinas. All right. So this isn't something that just I'm telling you off. This is what the Filipinos do. I'll tell you another trick. And this will make sure that actually you look a lot less like a tourist. I mean, you'll really see this in Manila and the larger cities, is nobody wears a backpack on the back. You wear a day pack just like this. Not just so you get access. The thing is to prevent the snatchers from, well, literally unzipping your backpack and just reaching it and grabbing it. So, oh yeah, they will. And by the way, I'm usually pretty good, but bastards, I've only been gotten once. In 30 years of traveling, I've only gotten once. And they did grab a camera and my wallet out of my pants pockets. And they tried to unzip the suitcases when I got off the bus. And they definitely got into the zippers on my backpack, because when I first got here, I was wearing it on my backpack like any other foreigner/tourist. Okay? Maybe this will keep you from getting into trouble. All right. So, I'm not going to show you my credit card. But, I'll tell you what. When I was here 10 years ago, the only place I could use a credit card was like international hotels, the hypermarket, and that was about it. Oh, and some of the large department stores. Nowadays, I'm really happy to say, at least in Luzon, and I would say Cebu too, is that anything that's corporate or company, like a chain, generally 9 times out of 10, they're taking credit cards now. Yay. Now, the vendors, the little individual vendors, the little shops, or if you're on the street, they're all still, yeah. How many pesos did you need? Okay. So, 500 pesos will buy you a lunch, essentially, $10. Or will buy you a really good lunch. 100 pesos, well, I'm a bigger guy, or like I'm the standard Westerner. Um, this will buy me a snack. This will buy me a small fry, a small drink, and a small sandwich. And I do mean small. But, oh, by the way, that's, I don't know, that's my bottle. That's about how tall a regular sized drink is in the Philippines. Yeah, I would suggest not getting ice. Oh, no refills. That's a Western American thing. Definitely not here. There are exceptions. Place I went tonight literally said bottomless, but that's the exception. A large, oh, by the way, a regular sized drink is a kid's drink in Europe and America. A large drink here, which I would suggest if it's available because it's only usually about 10 pesos more, is about the size of a small soda cup in the United States or Europe. Again, no refills. What can you get for 1,000 pesos? You can get a lot. Um, if 150 to 300 pesos will get you an umbrella, a meal, I know, nail clippers, uh, a tube of toothpaste, something like that. Well, 1,000, oh gosh, we'll buy you a cheaper pair of sneakers, a shirt, a pair of pants, um, down payment on something else. I'll tell you, medical will probably be one of these or two of these. 1,000 pesos is worth about $20. So figure that this is an American $20 bill. So, I mean, it's a lot cheaper here, but it's not free. And if you're going to buy anything for it, it's going to be full price. That includes your iPhone and honestly, Doritos and a few other things which you expect to be discounted are full price. But almost everything else is cheaper, especially labor, food. Yeah, good times found by all Westerners. All right. Be nice. Be polite. Be very patient. Philippines is like a lot of Spanish countries. It's kind of a little slower pace, and you just kind of have to say in the local language, "Bahala na." Oh well, or I'm gonna wait. It's not gonna be 5, 10 minutes, like they said. It's gonna be an hour. You just need to be very patient. Good news is air conditioning and soap and toilet seats are coming more common in the commercial areas of the shopping malls and even just the general um, shopping centers. Well, thanks for watching. If you've managed to last all 1939 seconds of me blathering on, this is Danusa. Stay tuned for the next one. Good night.